This is the no BS guide to becoming a successful YouTube entrepreneur. And no, it is not what you may think. I've worked with over 400 YouTubers and entrepreneurs, and I learned that success means something different for everyone. A lot of people look at me and they think, oh, she's not successful. She doesn't have thousands of views, thousands of subscribers. However, I don't want you to fall into this black and white thinking, because success can be more than that. For example, I use this channel to get high paying clients, and this channel creates me the life and the business that I want. I'm able to travel, buy my own car. I paid off all my student debt. And so that's my definition of success. In this video, I want to help you get clear on what your definition of success is, so that you can take the aligned action to actually get you further in the journey. And so there's 3 exercises that I want to carry you through in this video. I walked everyone in my accelerator through these different exercises, and they have so much clarity, and they have this new sense of creative activation. And that's exactly what I want you to feel by the end of this video. And so for the first exercise, I want you to envision that your mission is a big mountain in the distance, whatever that is. Maybe it's empowering women, maybe it's, spreading your knowledge, passing it on for more people to learn from. Maybe it's inspiring people with your creativity. Think of what your mission is, and even if it's a little bit foggy around the mountain, that's okay. I promise that the further you go in the journey, the more clear that it will get. I want you to realize that there's many different pathways that you can take to get to that mountain. If you're watching this video, then you likely chose the pathway of entrepreneurship, and the vehicle is YouTube. Now, in order to get this vehicle to run towards the mountain, in order to make progress in the journey, you have to have fuel in the tank, and your why is your fuel. So answer that question for yourself. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to conquer that mountain? Why do you want to help the people who you want to serve? And think about this, yes, on a big picture level, like the change that you wish to make in the world, but it's okay too to think about it on a personal level. That's not a selfish thing to do, because when you are fulfilling your highest self, when you're living the life that you want to live, then you can fully show up in service to other people. Like right now, I'm traveling and I'm in such good energy, and to make this video feel so good, and I'm coming across in my most authentic way. And so think of what your why is. After you do that, I want you to realize that in order to persist in this journey, it really comes down to your identity. And this leads me into the second exercise. I learned this quote from Tony Robbins, and that is, the strongest force in the human personality is the need to stay consistent with how we define ourselves. Really think about that, the strongest force in the human personality. And so in order to go into this journey with, our fullest force, then what it's going to take is redefining our identity. Here's what I mean by this. A lot of people in my accelerator, they join the group with a very disempowering identity, such as, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not pretty enough, my voice sounds weird, who would want to listen to me? I want you to get clear on what your disempowering identity is. Really be honest with yourself. Some people are like, oh, I don't have one, but we're human beings. Often we have like a little inner critic yelling in our ear. When I started, I'm not gonna lie, mine was that I'm too young. No one's gonna think I'm smart enough. No one's gonna think I'm good enough because I don't have enough life experience. And so I had to be very honest with myself. By the way, there's a worksheet down below if you'd like to download it and get access to these questions, but I'm gonna walk you through them right now. So the first question is, what is your disempowering identity that you used to associate with yourself, or that you are currently associating with yourself? Then ask yourself, what is the new empowering identity that you intend to fully embrace? Fully embrace. Maybe that's, I am a leader in my industry. I am an expert. People will want to listen to me. I have so much knowledge and wisdom that will really benefit the people who I feel called to serve. It will create the change that I wish to see. And it is such a disservice not to fully embrace this, not to go into this full force. Once you're clear on your new empowering identity, and by the way, to come to these answers, sometimes, it takes being by yourself. And so I want you to take note of the questions, and then after this video, then you can actually try to fully answer them. It's hard to do it on the spot in just a video. But once you're clear, ask yourself, what are the daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly behaviors and actions that align with your new identity? And again, this is going to take, spending time by yourself often. And this leads me into the third exercise. And that is, the whole point of this third exercise is that you must slow down in order to speed up. When one of my mentors first told me that, I was like, slow down? Like, I don't want to slow down, I want to go into this full force. And she was like, Ari, like, you got to slow down to speed up. And I totally know what she means now. And I created a metaphor for it. Imagine that you're trying to hike up a mountain and you have rocks in your backpack, right? You're trying to get to the top of the mountain, but you feel weighed down, you feel in pain, you can't enjoy the view, and you can't get to where you want to be fast enough. A lot of people are going into YouTube with rocks in their backpack. And when I say rocks, I mean baggage from life. Maybe that's, a toxic relationship that you were in. Maybe that's a death that you experienced, something traumatic, something like that you just can't let go of. It's like you have rocks in your backpack. They're weighing you down. You can't let them go. And so the first step in this, in order to get rid of the rocks, the first step is that you have to slow down. Think about it. If you're hiking up the mountain, you have rocks, you have to slow down to get the rocks out. And so the first question is, and again, there's another worksheet down below. First question is, how can you slow down? Because that looks different for everyone. For me, that's being out in nature. That's being by myself. I also like to write poetry. That's my form of slowing down. And so what is it for you? Maybe it's drawing, maybe it's painting, maybe it's just meditating. Maybe it's just being in a room by yourself, not being so like, chop, chop, chop. So how can you slow down? Once you slow down, then, like right now I'm slowed down, I can see, okay, what is in the backpack? And what I can say is that they can either be conscious rocks, things that you're aware of, but they can also be things that you're not aware of, subconscious blocks. I had a subconscious block and I didn't know what it was. This was back in 2020. And I was like, what is this thing in my backpack? What is this thing that's weighing me down? I had to slow down. And when I finally got to what it was, then I could let it go. And when I did, I felt so activated. I felt so creative. And I wasn't even planning to start a YouTube channel and a business. It was December 4th, and the idea just came to me. And I got so excited by it. And by January 1st, I launched this. And so in order to get there, I had to slow down. I had to identify what the rocks were. And the next question is on this worksheet is, what are you going to do to let them go? What are you going to do? Because if I know there's a rock in my backpack and I can't let it go, usually it's going to require something. Maybe that's forgiving someone, maybe that's accepting something, and it takes slowing down, and it depends on the situation, but and that could be different for everyone. But what are you going to do to let them go? What are you finally going to do? What is it going to take? Do what it takes to let it go. And once you finally let it go, you will know, because you will feel so excited, so activated. You will feel like a new person. It's like a breakthrough. Like you will feel like a big weight is off your shoulder, and it feels so good. It's such a breath of fresh air, and I want you all to experience that. And this is what it's going to take. This stuff isn't easy, but this is what it takes, and this is what's going to liberate you. Once you're liberated, the next question is, what are you going to create? What are you going to do? And if you're watching this video, it's likely going to revolve around some type of business, some type of YouTube channel. Maybe certain video ideas will come to your head. But what I can tell you is that once you let go of the rocks, it's like you overcome the hurdles like so swiftly. Because when I started, I didn't know how to start a channel. I didn't know how to start a website, but I felt so excited, and I had the vision, and I had my tank. I had such a strong why. My tank was full. Zoom, I got there so fast, and all the obstacles that came in my way, I found a way over them just very swiftly because I was so excited. And so I want you to experience the same thing. And so feel free to download that worksheet down below. If you want to leave comments for anything that you came up with, I would love to read them. So I'll respond to all of them. So feel free to put them down below. Take these things seriously. This isn't something you can just do in one sitting. I encourage people to, when they slow down, I'm someone who really likes to be in nature, and I always say, bring a pen and a paper. Try to leave the phone behind, bring a pen and a paper, because ideas are going to flow. You're going to work out things, and you want to capture those ideas. And I always recommend bringing a pen and a paper, because you're going to have so many ideas coming to you, and you want to be able to capture them. And so I recommend doing that. But yeah, I hope you got value from this video. I'm always coming up with exercises like this for people in my accelerator group, and I'm giving them worksheets and whatnot. And so if you would like to apply to join the community, there's an application down below. And okay, sorry about that. There was a weird noise by me. But anyway, I was saying that if you're interested in joining the community, there is an application down below. You can apply. And if I think you're a really good fit, we'll get on a phone call. And from there, I'll help you decide which level of my community is best suited for you. And I don't just let anyone into my community. I'm very aware, and I always make sure that it's a very welcoming, friendly community. And so if you're in this for the right reasons, if our values align, then we'll welcome you into the community with open arms. But everyone in the group is very, very friendly, very welcoming, very, very supportive. And I found with being a YouTube entrepreneur, this whole video is about success, and They say that you're an average of people who you spend your time with. And so us in the group, we're elevating together. We're growing our channels. We're growing our businesses. We're constantly celebrating our wins together, but we're also there during the lows, during the failures, and we're elevating together. And we're creating the life and the business that we always dreamed of. This is more than just YouTube. This is more than just about YouTube. This is about creating the life and the business that you always dreamed of. And if that's you, if that's what you want to do, go ahead and drop a hashtag I am a creator down below and apply for the YouTube Business Accelerator. I look forward to meeting many of you soon. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you for the next one.